The Nocturnal's Nerevarine stood at the bargain vault's threshold. The skeleton key burned blue in their grip. Soul for shadow, keened as it what sank into the lock, a sound like bone on stone. The door crumbled to ash, their ribs cracked inward, a choked silence. Nocturnal's bargain, flesh for passage, soul for shadow, what remains when the key feeds. The key's teeth click like bones knitting shut, tang cold seeps from its clings to the hilt, air. Tang cold seeps from its clings to the hilt tongue. Ere to use it is to watch shadows thicken, swallowing vision's edges. When the Nerevarine turned the key in the first lock, the mechanism dissolved into soot. Their pulse slowed as if heartbeats stretched. Whispers coil in their mind now, a voice that is and isn't their own. The red years star this, every stolen moment etches a hunger deeper than theft. What becomes of a soul when mercy turns to ash in the throat? The red year scorched the abyss. Nocturnal carved the skeleton key from its molten chaos during the Sundering's first breath. She wove Dwemer tonal architecture into its teeth of frequency to unravel locks and wills alike. Kagranak's failed experiment at Red Mountain left echoes, sound as matter, time as malleable thread. Nocturnal twisted this into a weapon not of flesh, but of the soul. The key's mechanism is unbreakable. Its true design was psychological. Each use binds the Nerevarine further, not with chains, but with absence. Empathy becomes a resource spent in unlocking. The void in their chest is no accident. It is the hunger cultivated. The Argonian invasion followed the mountain's eruption, but Nocturnal's war was older. She did not seek realms, sought obedience sculpted from self-destruction. The skeleton key is a contract written in stolen moments. To wield it is to trade mercy for mastery, until the balance tips and the user no longer chooses but complies. What remains when the key's song becomes the soul's rhythm, a husk crowned in power, a godless god? The key's true name is not whispered, it is felt. A hollow chime in the bones of those who dare to open. The key turns in locks, in bones. Each click is a soul extracted from the marrow of its wielder. Nocturnal's gift is no tool, it is a contract written in unspoken syllables, each clause paid in empathy. A door opens, a heart hollows. The Nerevarine feels it, a slow unmaking, as if reflections weep what they no longer can. What is a lock but a threshold? What is a thief but a proxy for want? The skeleton key understands both. It rewards dexterity, punishes conscience. A vault breached, a life bent toward complicity. The Nerevari's choices grow heavier. Who they wear moral whole dissolves into who they become, a shadow that knows the weight of treasures it cannot hold. Nocturnal does not demand worship, she demands emptiness. A soul is a currency, humans are the counterfeit. The key's hunger is a sieve, sifting the Nerevarine spirit until only echoes remain, their ambiguity, not choice. A symptom, a body mid-unravel. You think the void in your chest is power, it is a mirror. Nocturnal's will is not a path, it is an erasure. The key's true name is not whispered. It is a requiem, and the Nerevarine, they are the song, fading, one lock at a time. The Nerevarine's hand split the heart of Lorcan. A god's breath became dust. The red year bled across Tamriel. An emperor once wore the key to plunder the Thalmir's vaults. His name was Ash by 30. The crown corroded his veins. A champion, sworn to Nocturnal, carved the skeleton key through Aelinur's gates. Victory, no. The dungeon's walls whispered his regrets back to him. The thieves' guild knelt to Nocturnal's hunger. Each heist a hymn, each lock a confession. They never saw the key's true master. Nocturnal's contract is inked in stolen time. The Nerevarines' tears, the Emperor's youth, the champion's voice. Every turn of the key peels a soul, not to unlock, to unmake, to unbind, to unravel. What did the Nerevarine trade? Their mercy, their memory, their name. What does the key take now? The guild's next king, the next fool who calls it a tool. It is no lockpick. It is a ledger of debts paid in flesh, and the Nerevarine, they are the payment. Still turning, still fading, one lock, one soul at a time. Each turn erases a memory, each lock a surrender. The skeleton key is not a key, it is a shackle. Nocturnal's claim, the Nerevarine's ability to love, to feel. The Red Year's ledger writes in what remains when the last spark dies. The skeleton key's blade is colder than the void. Its crescent edge hums with a sound like bones grinding in a crypt. When the Nerevarine lifts it, the metal's weight is not of steel, but of sin, each swing a pendulum between creation and rot. Nocturnal's contract is inked in breath, in the moment their fingers close around its hilt. The first time they use it, a lock clicks open, but the air thickens with burning hair's stink. A door yields, but floorboards groan like a living thing. The towers preach balance, the Idra whisper of light. Yet here is proof, divinity is a machine. Mantling is a gear turning in the chest, CHIM a circuit closing between mortal and star. The Nerevarine becomes a conduit, their body a forge for godhood, but Nocturnal's gift is a parasite. With every soul the key devours, the Nerevarines' own softens, their heartbeat slowing to a tomb's rhythm. They feel Idach's theft, each vault breached, chips at their core. A memory of sunlight becomes a memory of shadow, a laugh turns to a sigh. The key does not steal gold, it harvests the self. In the red years the Oribus bled. Dragon breaks were not myths but fractious epochs swallowed and regurgitated. The skeleton key exists because the Oribus thrives on paradox. To open is to shatter. To create is to destroy. The Nerevarines' fate is written in this cycle. Their hands, once steady, tremble as they realize the key's true lock is the heart. Nocturnal's realm is not a place, it is a hunger, and the Nerevarine, their pawn, becomes the feast. The last time they use it, the key's whisper is a dirge. The Nerevarine hears their name echoed hollow like a shell. They wonder if this is the Oribus's lesson: power is not taken, it is paid for. In coins of soul. The air hums with static, sharp as ozone. Evergloam's shadows thicken where the key wrists scold, wet as a crypt's breath. A nightingale kneels, their dagger trembling. The key glows sickly green, its edges like fangs. When steel nears, the artifact asterisk sings asterisk a note that cracks the thief's reflection into 1,000 liars. They withdraw, silent as dust. In the Nerevarines' grip, the key's weight is a second heartbeat. Each lock it turns leaves a scar where empathy once lived. A dungeon door yields, the victor feels the prisoner's fear, then its absence, vacuum sealed. The key does not pick locks, it unpicks asterisk souls asterisk. Somewhere a throne room's shadow stretches. The key waits there, too hungry, always hungry. The Nerevarine smiles, but the edges of that smile are rust. How many doors must open before the key becomes the knife? The key does not open doors, it unspools them. Each turn etches the Nerevarines' name deeper into Nocturnal's ledgers, a penance carved in stolen light. To inherit is to become the heir to a hunger older than stone. Every elder scroll whispers this truth: to read is to rewrite, to wield is to be rewritten. The void in the chest is not guilt, it is the shape of a name being eaten. The lockpick's edge is mercy. It spares the Nerevarine the burden of choice, the agony of knowing which doors lead to salvation and which to mirrors. Nocturnal's gift is not power, it is the dissolution of the self into 1,000 borrowed keys. A family heirloom, a curse with a smile. The cycle is written, the cycle is read. The cycle is you. You are the cycle. The Nerevarine shattered the heart of Lorcan, unchained the tribunal's lie. But what did Nocturnal's skeleton key carve from that victory? Not a tool, a pact. A soul-marked lockpick that gnaws at the Nerevarines' conscience. Every door it opens bleeds a piece of their humanity into the gloam. Power surges, the void hums.